Huang Feihu, a skilled general of the Shang Dynasty, has gone down in history as a symbol of loyalty, righteousness, and profound tragedy. Born into a family of distinguished military commanders, he was rigorously trained from a young age, mastering both strict discipline and battlefield tactics. Huang Feihu's intelligence and strength made him one of the dynasty's most trusted pillars, a reliable general serving under King Zhou. Yet, as the Shang Dynasty fell deeper into decay, Huang Feihu faced a heart-wrenching choice, a choice that would change his life and bring forth a sorrowful, tear-stained chapter. In his early years of service, Huang Feihu held a steadfast belief in the dynasty. He stood by the king, not only to protect the nation's peace, but to uphold the morale of the army. King Zhou, at that time, was a young ruler full of ambition and vigor. Earning Huang Feihu's absolute trust, he saw the king as the one leader who could bring prosperity to the Shang Dynasty. Huang Feihu spilled blood and sweat on the battlefield, securing numerous victories and instilling fear in the hearts of the Shang's enemies while garnering admiration from its allies. However, Huang Feihu's life took a sharp turn when King Zhou became increasingly corrupted under the influence of his consort. Daji, the king, captivated by her beauty and swayed by her cruel advice, began to lose his grip on reason. He abused his power, enacted brutal punishments, and constructed grandiose projects while the people suffered. Despite his loyalty, Huang Feihu could not ignore these injustices. He tried multiple times to counsel the king, hoping that King Zhou would return to his senses and become a just ruler once more. Yet, each effort was in vain. The more Huang Feihu tried to advise him, the more the king regarded him as a potential enemy. The greatest tragedy of Huang Feihu's life struck when King Zhou, under Daji's influence, ordered the arrest of his family. The king sought to use Huang Feihu's family as leverage, forcing him into absolute submission. During those days, Huang Feihu lived in agony, torn between his duty to the throne and his love for his family. He knew that even a single misstep could mean a brutal death for those he held dear. The moment he feared the most finally arrived. One dark night, Huang Feihu received the devastating news that his wife had been executed on the orders of King Zhou and Daji. The world crumbled before him. The woman he loved had been killed, and he could do nothing to protect her. His loyalty to the Shang Dynasty now became a heavy burden, chaining him in a whirlpool of despair. Huang Feihu's heart was flooded with anger and grief, but he suppressed these emotions, clinging to a faint hope that he could somehow change the course of events. In the days that followed, Huang Feihu moved like a shadow, silently enduring the pain of his loss. Yet the more he suppressed, the more he felt betrayed by his loyalty. Deep within, he realized that the Shang Dynasty was no longer the dynasty he had once vowed to serve. The government was rotting from the inside, and the people had lost all hope under the oppressive rule of King Zhou. At last, after many sleepless nights, he resolved to abandon his loyalty to the throne and find another path to save his people. With courage and determination as strong as iron, Huang Feihu secretly pledged allegiance to King Wu of Zhou, the noble leader of the Zhou clan, who was determined to overthrow King Zhou and put an end to the Shang's tyrannical rule. Huang Feihu brought his battle tactics and loyal soldiers, ready to fight for justice. This decision was far from easy, for it meant turning his back on everything he had once fought for, everything he had once defended. In the fierce battles against the Shang forces, Huang Feihu became a beacon of hope for his soldiers, tirelessly leading them into the fray. He fought not just for himself, but for the people, for his family who had perished, and for those suffering under tyranny. His heart had become a blazing fire of vengeance, a thirst for justice and freedom for the land. With Huang Feihu's invaluable support, King Wu of Zhou won crucial victories, gradually pushing back the forces of the Shang Dynasty. Finally, in the decisive battle at the Shang capital, Huang Feihu and his forces waged a life-and-death struggle, storming the city and ending King Zhou's brutal reign. As he stepped into the palace he had once sworn loyalty to, seeing the destruction and ruin, Huang Feihu could not help but feel a pang of sorrow. Though victorious, the price had been far too high. the loss of his loved ones, and the collapse of the dynasty he had once cherished. After the fall of the Shang Dynasty and the establishment of the Zhou Dynasty, Huang Feihu was celebrated as one of the greatest contributors to the new regime. Yet, within his heart, the wounds remained unhealed, and the pain of his loss lingered. He sought neither glory nor honor. For him, victory was only a release from the burden of blind loyalty and a belated tribute to his late wife. Huang Feihu's life is a profoundly human tragedy of loyalty torn between ideals and personal devotion. He stands as a testament to bravery, a man who chose a difficult path to uphold the highest values. For posterity, Huang Feihu remains a hero, a figure who sacrificed himself for the people and for justice.